Hello, welcome to Kundalini Yoga. My name is Akasha Kirtikar, or Steph Feller, and Kundalini Yoga is a really beautiful kind of yoga. I'll just give you a quick introduction for those of you who are new. Kundalini is this ancient form of yoga that really works on helping our energy to rise. So we work on opening up our central channel, our Shushmana. And as we open up that central channel and clear that out, we become more clear in remembering who we are and finding that great peace that comes from remembering who we are. Kundalini uses a lot of the different limbs of yoga into one complete practice. So Kundalini utilizes breath work, exercises, stretches, asanas. It also utilizes meditation. So at the end of each Kundalini practice, there is a meditation. And so what we'll do today, the focus for today is on the spleen. And the spleen, anatomically speaking, or what it does for our body is part of our immune system. It cleans our blood. When we talk about the spleen energetically speaking, from like the Chinese medicine perspective, the spleen is about worry. So when our spleen is really happy and healthy, then we have a lot of willpower, we have a lot of energy. And when our spleen is not functioning optimally, then we can be filled with worry or anxiety and a lot of other things that we'll talk about as we move into our practice today. So today we'll work on cleaning and clearing our spleen as well as some of our other internal organs, our liver, our kidneys. And then at the end of the practice, after we do the gong bath, we'll do a meditation. And this meditation is also to help release worry. And it's called the prayer to answer all prayers. So it's a chant or a practice, a meditation that you can do anytime when you feel like you just don't know what to do. Maybe if you even feel like you just don't even know what to ask for. So that's our practice for today, and that's a little overview of what Kundalini Yoga is. And we will go ahead and get started by chanting to warm up or tune in. So the chant that we do is Ong, O-N-G, Namo, N-A-M-O, Gurudev Namo. Ong, Namo, Gurudev Namo. We do this 3 times at the beginning of a Kundalini practice. And what it does is it helps us to tune into that higher part of us. It means I bow to my highest self. So we always open the practice by acknowledging that we have this wise part of us, and we acknowledge that part of us and call it forth. And the other thing that it does is it connects us to what we call the golden chain of teachers. The golden chain of teachers is this lineage of teachers going back anciently. And so we invoke their presence, their power, their help in all that we do. So after we do the Om Namo Gurudev Namo, there will be another short chant, and don't worry about learning that today if you're new. It just invites protection and a nice spirit of protection here. So go ahead and rub your hands together, and then find a nice tall seat. So I like to sit up on a cushion a little bit, walk myself forward so that my pelvis is tilted. That makes it easier to sit up straight and tall. Place your thumbs into your sternum. Press your palms together, and then press out from the heart. Press into the thumbs so that the shoulder blades are drawing back on the back body. Pull your throat, the back of your throat back. Your eyes gently move up to the space between your eyebrows to your third eye. And spending just a moment here breathing before we tune in. Taking a little moment to notice how you're feeling, what's going on with you. To be present, really present with the sensations in your body and the thoughts in your mind. Today I was feeling a little sort of restless and resistant all day. And I finally just stopped to take a moment to really check in with my body, to really see what was going on. And as soon as I did that, I understood perfectly why I was feeling that way. And then I could offer compassion and patience with myself. So just granting yourself a moment at the beginning of practice to really notice what's present and to allow whatever it is and to welcome whatever it is. And then inhaling to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Satgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deve Name. Inhale and hold your breath softly, fully. Exhale, release the breath. Lower your hands. Observe any subtle shifts that may have occurred just in that little tune-in. And then letting the eyes open. So we'll do just a little bit of warm-up before we move into the kriya itself. The kriya is a little bit physical today. So if you're new to Kundalini Yoga, it varies a lot. Some kriyas or these sets of exercises that we do are very, very mellow. They're very meditative. They're very still. Others are very active and physical. And so it's a good idea to take several Kundalini classes to get a feel for what it is overall. But today will be a little bit physical, so we'll do a bit of warm-up to prepare our bodies for that. So we're going to do some sun salutations. And I keep forgetting to adjust this so you can see the top of my head, since Kundalini is usually seated. But I'm up here, my head is on my body. Here we go. So coming to the front of your mat, inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale as you swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway, straighten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale as you bring both feet back into plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, scooping up, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up into down dog. Since this is our first down dog here, it may feel good to bicycle the feet or to play a little bit in the hips or opening up the side body. Your index finger points forward to the front of the mat, index finger and thumb pressing into the mat, sit bones lifting. And in Kundalini, we do 5 deep breaths here. Probably at about 5, go ahead and bring your left leg forward in between your hands.
and your right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Flat back, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, scoop your arms all the way overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll just do a couple more rounds of these. Inhale, arms up. Little back bend here if you like. Exhale, swan dive the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step into plank. Exhale, lower. You can lower from your knees if you like. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. 5 breaths. Step the right leg forward between the hands. Left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Go ahead and do about 2 more of those at your own pace, or you can follow me. Notice what's happening in your mind. And try to just really stay present with your body. Notice the way each move feels. Notice your full and complete breath. When you finish your second one on your own, go ahead and come back down into easy pose. Take your time and just observe for a moment the way that you feel. See if your body is asking for any more loosening up before we begin. Maybe some hip circles, maybe some neck rolls. So the name of this kriya is Advanced Kundalini Set 2, which is a very nondescript title, but that's what it's called if you wanted to look it up on your own. So for the first pose, you'll take your right hand over your left, interlace your fingers with palms facing down. Then you'll inhale as you bring your arms up to the right side of your body, and then exhale as you bring them down, still on the right side of your body. So you're coming up and down just on the right side of your body. And you're moving this with I think he uses the phrase with the weight of a hammer. So you're moving from the base of your spine, and this is a powerful movement. So it looks like this. Okay, go ahead and begin. I'll start our time. Those of you new to Kundalini, Kundalini often, most of the time, uses
timed amounts for these exercises. Here you're massaging your liver, you're massaging your spleen, your pancreas, and your adrenals. Do your very best to keep your arms straight if you can, as best you can. Heavy motion down. Remember, you're coming to the right, not to the center, as you come up. Inhale up, suspend the breath. Exhale, release the hands. Pause for just a second. It's helpful to maybe close your eyes or have a soft gaze so that you can notice the effect of each exercise when you're finished with it. Okay, now the same thing, opposite side, so that we can get all of those organs that I described. Ready, begin. So on your left side, hands are interlaced. Inhale up, exhale down, same side. Sometimes it's helpful to think the mental mantra Sat Nam. We use that a lot in Kundalini. It means truth is my identity. So inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam with that mental mantra. Just 20 more seconds here on this side. Keep going with that heavy movement if you can. Inhale up, suspend the breath, squeeze your root lock. Exhale, release, pause in the center, eyes closed maybe, and noticing how you feel. Okay, now we're going to go back to the original side, back to the right side. Same thing, so we're going to do one more time on each side. Just a little bit longer on this side this time, but only 1.5 minutes. Ready, begin. I think that imagery of feeling like you're moving from the base of your spine is kind of helpful. So as your arms are coming down, you'll feel that base of your spine engage. Keep going. If you ever need to rest in any of these practices that we do today, or anytime you're doing Kundalini Yoga, you can do so. Yogi Bhajan talks about the energy of the group supporting you and helping you get benefit from an exercise, even if it's physically a little bit beyond where you're at the moment. So even though some of you are tuning in electronically, I still believe that we're part of this energetic group. There are energetic bonds. So those, you'll still get benefit from the exercise. Do the best you can. If you do need to pause, then make sure that you keep your breath going, and just imagine that you're doing the posture. So do it in your mind. Okay, that's the end on this side. Inhale, and exhale, release. Okay, let's pause a moment here. All right, and then one more time on the left-hand side. Ready, begin. Drop the arms. Good, only 20 more seconds on this side. Keep up if you can. Keep up. And inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale, release. Pause. Observe. Okay, let your eyes open. And now we're going to do frogs. So for frogs, if you have, well, there's a couple different options. Let me show you the first option here. So your feet are together, your heels are together, and they're lifted off the ground, and your heels stay lifted the whole time you're in frog. Hands come down on the ground in front of you. This is the down position, so your head is up. And then as you inhale, you'll lift the hips, drop the head, heels stay lifted. Head comes down. So inhale up, exhale down. Okay, go ahead and begin. And just move as quickly as you can. These are actually a lot easier when you move fast than when you do them slowly. If you need to move into doing these, I've seen some people do them even from their back. If your knees aren't cooperating very well, you can also modify this a bit by doing them halfway up. So you can come here, put your heels together, and then just kind of like this, as if you're springing up and down from here. You can even move your head up and down. So basically, just make it work for you however you need to. And we're going to be here for about 40 more seconds this time. 40 more seconds. Just do your best. Remember to drop your head as you lift your hips. Lift your head as you drop your hips down. Heels stay lifted if you can. You're only at 10 more seconds here. Frogs are so good for moving your cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, that's good on that side. Go ahead and have a seat, catch your breath, notice how your body's feeling. We're going to do more with frogs in a moment. I'll tell you a little bit more about the benefits of those when we do. Let's just take another few seconds here, catch our breath. Frogs are a great workout. Okay, come lying on your back. Walk your heels in so they're close to your body. Then reach down and grab hold of your ankles if they're accessible to you. If not, just put your hands near your ankles. Then you'll move up and down in bridge pose. So just lifting the hips and then lowering the hips. As we do this, we'll be doing breath of fire. Breath of fire is rapid inhales and exhales through the nose that are powered by the belly. So it sounds like okay, so we're moving up and down as we're moving in breath of fire. So it looks like this. Okay, go ahead and begin. This is really good for massaging all of those organs in the second and third chakra. The spleen is associated with the third chakra. That's here in the navel. And Yogi Bhajan also talks about this helping with neuroses. I have no idea how, but that's another benefit. We're going to be here for a couple more minutes. Breath of fire really cleans out the body. Really good for moving things through the lungs, building your lung capacity, cleansing the blood. Keep going. Maybe you even are thinking that mental mantra Sat as you raise your hips, Nam as you lower your hips back down to the ground. Maybe your eyes are just closed, or maybe they're looking up at the third eye or down at the tip of the nose. When you look at the tip of the nose, you're engaging your pineal gland. When you look in between your eyebrows, you are engaging your pituitary gland. Both of those glands are associated with higher levels of consciousness. They also regulate hormones, do a lot of important things for our bodies. We're here for about 45 more seconds. For the last little bit here, maybe you even increase the speed of those up and down movements. There's a lot of energizing that happens when we activate that third chakra, the center of our willpower. Okay, good. Inhale. Suspend the breath, squeeze your root lock. That's anus, sex organs, pelvic floor. And exhale, release. Spend just a moment lying on your back, noticing how you feel. Maybe seeing if you can sense any increased energy and welcoming whatever is or isn't there to be found. Okay. Now stay lying on your back, and we'll be doing a form of a sit-up here. So again, we're working this area, the spleen and this whole abdominal area. So put your heels together, and then a couple of options with your hands. You can interlace your hands in Venus lock, which means female energy is left thumb over right, male energy is right thumb over left. Those hands can come behind your head at your neck. And at your neck, they would go underneath your hair, if your hair is down. And then you'll just sit up from here. So if you've been doing a lot of work in your abdominal area, then you can probably have your hands behind your head in Venus lock. Otherwise, you can just keep your arms up here to help propel you forward. You'll come all the way up, And then bring your nose to your knees, or just as close as it can get, while keeping your legs straight. So go ahead and begin. So we're just doing some sit-ups here. Notice the sensations in your belly as you move. Feel those abdominal muscles engage to help pull you up. Feel them engage as you roll your way back onto your back to support you as you roll down. Keep going. We're about 1 more minute here. So the spleen in the East is also thought to be the center of prana. Prana is sometimes called chi. It's your life force energy. And your life force energy we get from the air around us, we get from the food that we eat, lots of different sources. And they say that the spleen is, they call it the Prana Chakra, because it's the place where everything goes to be converted into this life force energy for use by your body, which is why it's associated with with energy, and why if your spleen is out of balance, you may feel fatigued. Also, strangely, arthritis is associated with having a weaker spleen chakra. Couple more seconds, last one probably. Good. Okay, inhale wherever you are. If you're up or down, that's okay. Suspend the breath, squeeze your root lock. Exhale, release. Pause for a moment. Notice how you feel. Notice that fire that's building there in your belly. Maybe a couple of really deep breaths to release those abdominal muscles, moving the air there and encouraging the energy to flow from this area. A lot of the time we really want to open up our upper chakras, right? We want to be enlightened and wise and intuitive, and which are all great goals. But we sometimes neglect the lower chakras, which are our foundation, and they allow us to be able to open up into the upper chakras. So we need this strong foundation. We need this strong sense of self, this strong sense of confidence to be able to move forward. Okay. For this one, let me show you 2 parts. It'll start out with one movement, and then it will move into the second movement, kind of continuously. So for the first part, you'll lie on your back, and your legs will be at about 60 degrees, and then you're going to open them wide, right? And then you'll just crisscross your legs, open and close. So the tendency is to come to 90-degree angle, but we should try and be at 60 because we're engaging the navel. So the best you can, do 60 degrees. You'll inhale and exhale and alternate which leg is on top. And then after 30 seconds here, we'll add an arm movement. So the arm movement is when your legs are open wide, your arms come straight up from your shoulders. And then when your legs crisscross, your arms will come back behind your head. So it looks like this. Okay, go ahead and begin. Not only is this working your abdominal muscles and all of those associated organs like the spleen, this particular exercise, in a few seconds when we move, right now you're just crisscrossing the legs, just the legs. In just a few seconds when we move into adding the arm motion, it becomes a really good exercise for your brain as well. Okay, go ahead and start adding the arm movement. So arms are straight up as your legs are open wide, and arms come back behind you on the ground when your legs are crossed. And just keep reminding yourself to move your legs to 60 degrees. So they're a little bit down from your body, so your abdominal muscles are engaged. Keep going, keep going. About a minute and a half left. Remember, you can always do the exercises in your mind if you need to pause and rest for a minute. Or you can always raise the legs up to 90 degrees to give your stomach muscles a little bit of a rest. Supporting your immune system, helping with issues like chronic fatigue. Last 30 seconds. Put your best effort in for your last 30 seconds. Make sure you're utilizing the breath to help you with your exercises. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the legs to the ground. Lie on the back for a moment. Let your eyes close. Catch your breath. Notice how you feel. Okay. Moving back into frogs again. Yay! You thought they were done. All right, so come on to your toes or find the variation that worked for you. If you preferred the one on your back or if you need to come down just halfway, that's okay. All right, so heels are lifted and touching together in the center. Fingertips are on the ground, head is up. Inhale as you lift the hips, straighten the legs. Best you can, head comes down. This time, instead of a set amount of time, you'll do a set number of frogs. So the goal here is 54 frogs. Maybe your personal goal for today is 26 frogs or 12 frogs. So let's just see how many you can do in a couple of minutes with the ultimate goal, 52, not 54, with the ultimate goal being to do 52 eventually. And remember, they're easier if you go faster. Ready, begin. Keep going. Counting out your own 52. So this is good for your kidneys. Frog poses are good for your kidneys. They are good, they strengthen your legs, so they're really good for just general leg strength, especially your quadriceps. They help activate your first three chakras. First, second, and third chakra are all activated by this pose. And it really helps to move energy.
So we talk a lot about the movement of Kundalini energy. We talk about this energy residing at the base of the spine and moving up through that central channel till it reaches the crown chakra. So we're moving that energy from those lower centers up through the body. Okay, keep going best you can. Keep counting them out. Rest if you need to. Catch your breath. We're just going to keep going for about 30 more seconds. See how many you can get done. Last 15 seconds. Keep up, keep up. Faster is easier. Okay, wherever you are, inhale. Suspend the breath. Exhale. Catch your breath. Let your eyes close. You can come to seated. You can stay in a forward fold if that's the spot you ended up in. Just notice how you're feeling. Okay, now moving down, if you don't have, a lot of Kundalini yogis have one of these little rug things, but if you don't have something like that, grab a blanket or something that you can pad your knees with, especially if your knees are sensitive, for this next one. So we're moving from cobra to platform on your knees. It's essentially a push-up from your knees. So you'll put your hands, wrists below the shoulders. You can lift the legs or lower them a bit, however you like. And then you'll just inhale and exhale, okay? So you're just moving, inhaling up, exhaling down. And the goal here is to do 52. 52, just like the number that we did in frogs. Maybe your personal goal is 26 or 12 or 5 or whatever it is. No problem at all. Even if you're in a live Kundalini class, we tend to close our eyes during every exercise in Kundalini, so no one knows what you're doing but you. So I'm just going to set a timer just so we know when to stop. Do the best you can. Ready, begin. Inhaling and exhaling, counting your own. Keep going. Rest whenever you need to. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. So you might be thinking, I thought I was doing yoga. Why is this feeling like a gym? Right? Why am I doing push-ups? So these yogis spent all this time developing these particular sequences for a particular effect on our bodies. And so you'll find some things like the Sun Salutations, for example. There are some exercises that are really very similar to what you would find in a Hatha class, some sort of a flow class. And you'll find other sequences that feel really different. But you'll notice the impact of the overall sequence of exercises or stretches or breath work on the way that you feel. Okay, see how many you can get done in about 30 more seconds. If you do get to your 52, just relax on your belly. Or if you just reach the number that's just right for you for today. You are engaging those abdominal muscles as you're moving up and down.
Okay, finish the one that you're on. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. And then come all the way to your belly if you're not already there. Put one cheek on the mat and just rest. And then maybe if you were resting one cheek on the mat, switch it so the other cheek is on the mat for a moment. Level that out. Okay, staying on the belly and moving into bow pose. So a couple of options here. Hopefully my mic won't cut out. A little hard when I lie down to keep the microphone working well. So you'll kick your heels back, and then maybe your hands reach your ankles and maybe they don't. So if your hands don't reach your ankles and you have a strap or belt or something that you can use to help you reach your ankles, that would be great. If you don't have anything like that, then you'll just keep your hands here stretching towards it, and this will be your pose. If you can reach your ankles or if you have a strap, you'll come up into bow pose. So you're pressing back through your feet and you're peeling your chest off the ground. Knees are up, and then you'll rock back and forth on your belly. So go ahead and begin. Sri Singh Sahib says that if you do this for, I don't remember the exact number of minutes, but if you're doing this exercise regularly, you'll never see old age. So we're really working on massaging all of those organs. And it can be difficult to rock back and forth. That's not accessible for everyone. So any sort of movement, even if it's really subtle, is okay. I know that I can't be in bow pose for too long or it aggravates my knees a little bit, aggravates an old injury. Make sure that your knees stay pulling together toward that center line. And if you need to lower the knees to the ground and just move your upper body, that works too. So that might look something like this. Whatever your position is, keep up for about 45 more seconds. This is the last real sort of exercise for today. Give it your all, last little bit here. Okay, inhale. And exhale, release. Come back to the stomach. Just relax for a moment. Notice how you feel. And then make your way onto maybe your cushion, your bolster, or pillow or something with a nice tall seat. The last part of this kriya is chanting. We use a lot of chanting in Kundalini Yoga. It helps to open up those higher centers. According to the yogis, it helps us to vibrate basically on a higher frequency. And the mantra that we'll use is the same mantra we're going to use in a minute when we do our meditation at the end. So I'm going to teach you that mantra now.
The mantra is the Ardas Bayi meditation. So there's really only four parts to this meditation. It sounds a little tricky at first to your ears, but once you get the hang of those 4 parts, it's not bad. So the first part is Ardas Bayi. Ardas Bayi. So A-R-D-A-S, and I won't spell it accurately in Gurmukhi, but I will just give you kind of a phonetic spelling. So Ardas and then Bayi. So B-A-E-E. Ardas Bayi. So Ardas Bayi, we say once, and then it's sorry, I'm cheating here. When I'm teaching, I forget what I'm doing here. Amar Das Guru is the next phrase. Amar Das Guru. G-U-R-U, Guru, or G-U-R-O-O, you could think of it like that. Ardas Bari, Amar Das Guru. Okay. And then Amar Das Guru is repeated twice, and then it's back to the first phrase. Ardas Bayi. So Ardas Bayi, Amar Das Guru, Amar Das Guru, Ardas Bayi. Are you lost yet? You'll get the hang of it. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. Then the third phrase is Ram Das Guru. Ram Das Guru. And Ram Das Guru is repeated 3 times. Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru. Then the fourth phrase is Sachi Sahi. Sachi, so phonetically it would be S-U-C-H-E-E, Sahi, S-A-H-E-E. Okay, so those are the only 4 components. So let's try that one more time. I'm just going over this so carefully because we'll use this at the very end as well. So, Ardas Bayi, Amar Das Guru, Amar Das Guru, Ardas Bayi, then Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Sachi Sahi, Sachi Sahi. Okay, that's just one time at the very end. So those 4 phrases. So if you don't get it in these first 3 minutes, you'll pick it up when we do the meditation at the very end. All right. Remember, this is the prayer that answers all other prayers. Prayer that answers all other prayers. For this first part, we'll just put our hands in Gyan Mudra. First finger and thumb touch. Elbows are straight. Fingers are extended. Chest is lifted. Throat is back. Eyes are closed. Just one moment here. Inhaling and exhaling. So this is for all of your longings, all of your prayers, even for things that you don't know that you need. Das Guru, Amar Das Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Amar Das Guru, Amar Das Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Amar Das Guru, Amar Das Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Amar Das Guru, Ardas Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Ram Das Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Ardas Bayi, Ram Das Guru. Whoops, I messed up. Keep going. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Ardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Good. So it's okay if you didn't get all of that when you're learning new mantra. Just do your best, just sort of fumble your way along until you get the feel for it. So we'll do more with that in a moment. But for now, come lying on your back. That's the end of our kriya for Savasana. Let your palms face up toward the sky. Let your eyes close. Placing something maybe over your belly, blanket, pillow, bolster. And in Kundalini, we play the gong, typically during relaxation. The gong, what that does is it allows all of the energy we've stirred up to move, and it helps to rewire your brain, is what the yogis talk to us about. So the best thing that you can do is really relax and sleep. If the sound of the gong on the recording isn't pleasing for any reason, you can just turn the volume down and just rest.
Deepen your breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your hands on your wrists, your feet on your ankles. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretch your arms to the sides and inhale as you bring one knee in and across the chest for a twist, and then the other. Then rubbing the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet together. Grasping the front of your shins and rocking and rolling on your spine until you come back to a seated position. Finding a nice tall seat. So moving back into a full meditation now of the mantra that we just learned. Place your hands in Venus lock. So female energy, left thumb over right, male energy, right thumb over left. Interlace your fingers and just set your hands in front of your heart, just a few inches in front of your heart center. Let your elbows relax here. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. Throat pulled back. And then your eyes here, you can have a choice. You can either put them here between your brow or here at the tip of your nose, whichever you prefer. So the plea with this meditation is to really release your worries. Let them go. And the guarantee with this mantra is that those prayers, and if you don't resonate with the word prayer, you could substitute it with anything, longing, desire, but those prayers are answered immediately. You don't have to hold any of those worries. You don't have to be able to articulate what is wrong or articulate what you need. So all you need to do is just let go, and those worries will be carried away. So as you do this mantra, just letting your breath be soft, let your heart be soft, and really listen to yourself, listen to the mantra, be present with it, and let all of that go. Remember, it's Ardas Bayi, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bayi, then Ramdas Guru 3 times, Ramdas Guru, and then end with Sachi Sahi. Okay. Couple breaths, inhale, exhale. Here we go. Ardas Bayi, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Amardas Bayi, Ramdas Guru, Ardas Bayi, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Bayi, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bayi,
Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pahi, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pahi, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pai, Ramadas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi, Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sahi. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale. Put your hands down in your lap. Notice the way you feel. Okay, let's close with a long time sun song. Hands come to the heart. Singing to yourself, to someone in need, and then to the world. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Long Sat, short Nam. Sat Nam. May you release all of your worry. And know that all is being taken care of. Sat Nam. Thank you so much